Hello everyone. In previous class, we discussed about the Linux basics, Linux file structure, the types of users, and what are the users, what is it is useful for the Linux. And today we are going to discuss about Linux commands. Start the new one, which will be Linux commands. So all the commands in Linux are case sensitive. That means lower cases only. We already discussed in Windows, we are going to call it as a folders. Similarly, in Linux, we're going to call it as a directories. So I want to create the directory and how in Linux. So for that, we can use make directory, mkdir, options, and directory names. So let me open my git bash and connect to my EC2 instance. Click on connect, take this command. Copy, paste. Yes, now it is connected to Linux. Now you can see who am I to display the EC2 user. Now I want to execute few commands like creating the directory using the make directory. So I will discuss about the make directory. So I'm now we can check any files available using the ls command. Ls is long listing files. So there is no directories available in the EC2 user. So I want to create the directory. For that I can use make directory kdir option Chandra. So what it will do, it is going to create the directory called Chandra. So but it is not displaying anything. So if you want to display anything, you can use hyphen v or hyphen hyphen verbose. Before that, if you type, if you need any help related to make directory, you can use make the hyphen hyphen help. So it will display the make directory related help information. See here you can see the hyphen m is there, hyphen p is there, hyphen v is there, hyphen z is there, capital Z. So these are the options while creating the directory. So now we can discuss about each and every file. Set file mode, no error if existing. Verbose, print a message for each created directory. So this is the help related information. You can use make directory hyphen hyphen version. It will display the version related information and regarding the license and existing. See, copyright license and the GNU like license it is given. This is free software. You are free to change and redistribute it. Now we created the directory called Chandra. You want to see the directory. What is the command you are going to use? We will discuss it further. So we discussed about the make directory hyphen version make directory. We have created the folder called Chandra directory and folder. So you discussed about make directory hyphen hyphen version. It will display the version related information and the license related thing and make directory hyphen v. So if you want to print each created directory, so you can use hyphen v or hyphen hyphen verbose. So it will print the created directory every time or it will display the message for every directory you created. So make directory hyphen p. What does this mean? P, a flag which enables the command to create the parent directory as necessary. What does that mean? If you want to create any parent directory for, can use hyphen p. If it is existed, then it will create the, it will not create. If it is existed, it will update. Then the other command is make directory hyphen m. What does that mean? M, set the file mode. What does that mean? File mode. You want to do give any permission like file modes, permissions, etc. For that, you have to use hyphen m option. For the created directories, it will give the permission. Instead of talking about this hyphen m change giving the permission mode, we can use chmod, where we can modify the permissions in the Linux using the change mode command. Chmod, we can say 755. We can discuss it further. So this and all we can check now. We have created the directory called Chandra. So check any directories are available. Use ls option. It will display the directories. Chandra, just now we created the file called Chandra, and what we are going to check now, make directory hyphen v. This one, it will display the message for every created directory. Mkdir hyphen v. Chandra is already existed. I'm going to create test. Created directory called test. Even if you use hyphen verbose, hyphen verbose, it will display the verbose my test. See, created directory my test. So even if you use the make mkdir hyphen v or mkdir hyphen verbose, both are similar. Each one will display the message with corresponding directory. Now we can clear this. So this is how you want to create. Suppose I want to create the directory called, I can say, want to create the directory mkdir hyphen p. So we discussed about hyphen p. If you want to create any parent directory, you have to use first, second, and we'll give the third even. So I want to create the directory like this. So for that you need to use the hyphen p option, then only it is going to create. Otherwise it will give the error message. Let me try it first without giving the hyphen p. Make directory mkdir first, second, then third. So what it will give, we'll see what error message it will display. Then we are going to create a, see, no such file or directory. That means without hyphen p parent directory, You are not going to create the directory like this. If you use mkdir -p, you can use the same command, make directory -p, first, second, then third. We'll see what will happen. See, it is created the directory. If you want to check, can use ls, whether it is created the first. See, first is there. Get inside that folder. The first type ls. See, second is there. Similarly, so keep on going. So it up to third directory, it is going to created. Come back and come back. Now you can check home directory EC2 user. EC2 user. This is how you want to create the directories. Now I'm going to exit once again. So I'll copy the, not this. So I'm copying this, clearing, paste it. Now I connected once again, clear it, type ls command. See, just now we created the Chandra directory, first directory, my test and test. These are the directories just now we have created. These are the options which we discussed about. Make directory hyphen version, make directory -v. So it is going to give the version related information and some license file, etc. And -v are verbose. It will print the message for each created directory and mkdir -p. It is going to create parent directory. If it is already existed, we can check what it will give. So we already created first directory. We'll check make directory first hello. So first is already exist. So we are giving the first again. Then we'll see what it will happen. -p I'm using -p. See, it is going to create the directory even if it is existed already. Even if it is existed, it is going to update. If it is not exist, it is going to create. That is the -p. Now I want to set the permissions. For that you can use make directory -m. mkdir. It is similar like a root user going to give the permission. For that you need to get into the root user. So we are not going to use anyway -m option here right now. So we will discuss it further in the change mode command. chmod command. Now we will discuss about the els command. What is this ls command? Initially, the ls is a Linux shell command that lists the directory contents of files and directories. What does this mean? So just now we have checked about the ls command. So it will display the directory content of a files and directories. Click. See, it will display the directories and files which are available in the current directory. So we'll discuss about the several options using the ls command. ls. So it is going to display the directory contents of a file and directories. So here we can say ls-t. What does this mean with t? It sorts the file modification time, showing the last edited file first, last edited, file first. That is the main thing, and we can use ls-1. ls-1 display one file per line using ls-1. Then ls-l, long listing of files, information about the file or directory. Here it is showing the both are l or one same, but it is the l and one. This is l. It will display one line per one file per line. That means ls-l is the long listing of files and which will be shown. So we'll discuss it in a practical example. Just now we have seen ls. We can say ls-t. So which file you have modified first? Under first we have modified lastly. So we will check whether it is display or not. ls-t. See, at the beginning we have created Chandra test and my test, and finally we have edited the last modification. That means in the first directory. Like this it will display the information. Suppose if you want to display one file per line, you can use als-1. See, it is going to display based on the sorting only one line, one file per line. That means ls-1. Similar way we can use ls-l. What does that mean? It will give the long listing information. So groups, users, and other permission related thing, the size of the file. So everything it is going to display. See, so the D means directory. There, so these are all directories. D means directory. So we can say, can just copy this thing. See, now you can able to understand. So this is the first character file type it will show, and the second file, the type of the file and file type. It will display the first character. The example above we have discussed, the hyphen is related to the character indicates that the file is a normal file. Here D indicates that directory. D indicates that directory. Hyphen indicates that normal file. S indicates that socket file. And finally L is going to link file. These are the file specification while displaying. So it is coming only D, that means a directory file. So there is no normal file, socket file, or link file in this. So later point of time we will discuss how it is, and each time you are going to use this. So it is related the file information with file type, and who is the owner of that file, EC2 user, and groups, permissions, and the time flag and time created by who's created. Now can use ls-lh. ls-lh. What it will do? it will display human readable format. This means ls-lh lh display the human readable format. H means human readable format. See, you can give it as a readable 33 kb size of that using. So it will display the file size in the human readable format. For that you have to use the ls-lh, and the other command is like ls-ld. That means display directory information. Sorry, we are not given the space, we missed the space. ls-ld. It is going to give the EC2 user directory, which will be the directory related information. You have to use ls-ld. It is similarly, you want to sort the file names displayed in the order of the last modified time, you have to use ls-lt. Earlier we have discussed -t, it will display last modified time. So ls-lt, it will display the last, it will sort the file name and display in order of the last modification time. See? Last modified file is the first, so it is display sorting based on that last modified file. So one more option called ls-ltr. What does this mean? LTR, order the files based on the last modified time in reverse order using ls-ltr. So it will display in a reverse order. See, we have given ls-lt. Now we are going to display in the reverse order. We'll see. See, first my test, Chandra. Quite different, na? For this and for this, it will display in the reverse order. If you want to display any hidden files in a directory, you can use -a option. Directory means ls hyphen, sorry, ls-a. That means any hidden files in the directory, you have to use -a option. Start with dot. Hidden files, it will start with dot or and dot ls-la, or if you use ls-la, both are similar. So hidden files, it will start with dot, and if you want to go to the parent directory, dot. So if you want to display this kind of file information, you have to use the ls-a or ls-capital A. Both are similar. Now it will show the files including the current directory and parent directory. So we will check on this. See, dot, it will display the hidden files along with the, if you want to display in a clear format, you can use ls-la. It is going to display all in the, see, these are the hidden files. See, dot means the current directory, dot means in the parent directory. See, it is going in the root directory. Root directory is the parent directory and is called as root admin user or root user. Now I want to display the recursively. What you have to use? ls- or capital or. What it will do? It will display the files recursively using ls-or. Suppose you can see everything it is going to display recursively. That means each file information with the what it will there inside that content. First hello, second is the first hello, second, third. So each file you want to display in recursively with the clear format, you have to use ls hyphen r, and the finally option we have to use ls hyphen I. What does mean by I? Suppose you can use ls hyphen ls hyphen r. No, this I'm for not for your reference, I'm giving something. So I'll check with this. It's not a directory. Let's see what it will do. Nothing is there. So okay. Now I want to display the IDO number for the each file. We have to use the ls-i. So right now I displayed only the content of the file recursively, last modified time, and base sorts based on the last modified access time. And now I want to display IDO number for each file or directory. In Linux, for each directory, it is going to assign one inode number. So let me show you ls-i. For every file, you can see the inode number. See, Chandra one inode number, first one inode number, my test one inode number. Like this, it will display the inode numbers. What you are going to do is now, so I want to display the file in the tree structure format. How to use tree. So for that, if it is existed in the tree structure, it is already installed in your Linux machine, it is going to display. Otherwise, it will give an error message. See, command not found. What does that mean? So you have to install the tree, then only it is going to give the tree structure format. Sudo login with the root user and install it. So we are logging with the root user. Now you can execute. So basically I'm using the Red Hat Enterprise Linux. So in Red Hat Enterprise Linux, you have to use yum install option because it is the Red Hat one. In case of Ubuntu, that is different. Installing opt opt or opt get install. It will come. And if you want to install any software in Ubuntu, you have to use this opt or opt get. And in case of Red Hat, you have to use yum command for installing any software. So now I want to install using the yum install tree. So what does mean? Even if you are going to install anything, yum install tree, it is going to install the tree command and it will display. But in case of you are specifying this, it will ask, are you sure you want to proceed with some specific size of that software? Then one more option is called yum install tree hyphen y, because y means yes, by default it is going to install without asking your permission to download that software. I'm going to use tree. What it will do? See, it is asking, is this okay? Yes or no? If I say I'm going to cancel this, so I'm going to use tree hyphen y. It is not going to ask for your permission. Directly install. See, it is directly installed. Now you can exit. Clear this. Now you can type the tree command. It will give you the now you can type tree. See, this is how you want to work with the tree command. Then we will go to the another directory called change directory cd. Then will change the directory from one directory to the another. Change or to provide change directory. Even this there are several options. cd slash. What is that mean by slash? We all know what we are discussed in the file structure. Slash is the root directory. The root directory is the first directory in our file system hierarchy, Linux file system hierarchy. Suppose if you want to go to the directory 1, directory 2, you have to use a cd directory 1 slash directory 2 slash directory 3, like that. That is one option. And one more option is called cd hy- sorry cd hyphen or cd. What does that mean, cd hyphen or cd? So what it is going to do to change the directory to the home directory. Now we will check this. Now these are the commands. cd going to Chandra directory. This is now. So previously, now we are going to use the print working directory. So it will print the current working directory home EC2 user Chandra. So I want to change it to the previous directory or any other directory. I'm going to use cd first hello. So do you think it is going to go or not? Definitely it is not going to get into that directory because we are in another directory. For that you have to know such file or directory. Please make sure this one is more important. If you are in the parent or if you are in any directory, if any directory is inside that directory, then only it is going to get inside that directory. Otherwise, you have to come back using the cd dot dot. So it is come back to the parent directory. You can check the content now. Now it will go. You can type cd first, then type the hello. Now it will go to that directory. Now you can check print working directory where it is available. See, first hello. This is how you want to work with the directories. Clear? Is that clear? Or you have any doubts on that? cd dot dot what it represents? One directory. It will move back or it will go to the parent directory, current directory to one directory backwards. Then type first is there, right? That is how you want to work. Even we discussed about the print working directory. PWD stands for print working directory. It prints the path of the working directory starting from the root. So we are in a home, so it is going to print with the home. Suppose if you are not in the home, if you are in the sudo, you are logging with the root user, we'll check what it will print. Now you can use the PWD. It is going to give the same or not? Definitely it is not going to give the same. directory. See, if you are in the root directory, it will display the current directory of that. This is how you want to work. So you can exit from the root directory, log out. Now you can check again pwd print working directory, the current. Even there several options or one or two options I will discuss in this one. pwd hyphen capital L. If you need any help related to the specific command, you can use hyphen help. It will give you the help related content. See, hyphen L and hyphen capital P. I'm using ls hyphen L. What it will do? See, print the value of if the names in the current working directory, symbolic links it is going to print in the see going to give the two. One is hello, another one is second. Hyphen P. What is this hyphen P? It will print the physical directory, symbolic path or physical directory or actual path. It will print. Just a second. ls hyphen P. See, it is going to print the physical directory or actual path of the directory. Then now we will discuss about the pwd, discuss about the cd and remove directory we are going to talk about now. So what it will do in remove directory, it is going to remove the entire directory when you are specifying the remove directory options directory name, options and directory name. Like this you have to specify. Suppose I am going back to make sure that when you are specifying the change directory, if you want to go back or move one directory back to the parent directory, you have to use cd space dot dot. That means you are going back to one directory, you are going back. So remove directory information, how to call it as a, if you want any information related to that, you can use remove directory hyphen help. It will give you the help related information. Each and every directory or command in this, you can take the help. See, here there are also some few verbs, help, version, everything is there. We'll discuss by the rm directory hyphen version. It will give you the version related information and copyright license and warranty related. There is no warranty, the country is permitted by the law. That's all. So if you want to clear it, use the remove directory hyphen version, invalid option. That means we are not giving the one more hyphen, we missed out. See, hyphen related information, version related information, it is going to display. And the other option called as remove directory, I want to remove directories. So first hyphen, I can use ls hyphen n, long listing of files, just now we have discussed. And I'm going to remove the test. I'm going to remove the my test or test is the remove directory. Remove directory space test. What it will do? It is going to remove the directory called test. Hit enter. Now we will check ls-l. See, there is no test. So it is completely removed. And we will check in a different way. Remove directory. First and second and third. So now I want to going to remove this directory format. So we can hit enter. What it will do? So it is removed in the parent directory, subdirectory. Within that other subdirectory. We can keep ls-l. First, second. What it is deleted? First, second, third. But it is one more first is there. Please make sure that there are two directories which is available inside the first is one is hello and other one is second. It is deleted the second one. Hello is still there. You can check. Get inside the cd first. Type ls. See, hello second is still there. Now we can see cd second. No such file or directory. See, in the second directory, it is going to delete the third one. Just now we discussed like that. So in the third directory, it is removed and the hello and the second is still there. Suppose if you want to delete the second one, you can specify now first, second, then it is going to delete the second one. Clear this. See, hello and second is there inside the first. You can try now run directory. First, or we go back one and to the first. Now you can ls-l. See, in first hello is there, second is there. Now I'm came back to the parent directory. Now I want to delete first, then second. What it will do? It is going to delete the second one. Now get inside the first. Now you can type only one, that is hello is available. See, this is how you want to delete the directories. Suppose in case if you want to delete everything, ls-l. So here first is there, hello is there. If you want to delete all first and hello, first is the root directory, hello is the subdirectory of that. So I want to delete all this. I can use remove directory -p. That means parent directory. This will first remove the child directory and then remove the parent directory. You can say first, then hello. We'll check. See, now you can type no first and no hello is there. Want to delete the parent with the subdirectories, we have to use -p. Then only it is going to delete the entire directory. Now we will discuss one more command like touch. Touch command. Touch command, what it will do? Touch command is going to create the empty file without any content. So we can say we can create one touch file, touch Chandra, not text. See, there is no, it is going to create the empty file without any content. Want to check if any content is available in that command, you can see that using the cat command. Cat, it is going to display the file content. Check dot txt. See, there is no content. So cat command is going to create the empty file. Even using the touch command, we can create one or more files at the same time. So these files would be empty while creation. All the files should be empty while creating. I'm going to create touch file1, file1 dot text, file2 dot text. See, it is going to create or not. We'll check. So it is going to create it. We can use ls-l option to check whether it is created or not. This file. See, file1 is there, file2 is there. So we created more than one file at the same time, but this file should be empty. No such content in that file or not. One more option called touch hyphen a and file name. What it will do, guys, keep listen. This is more important. If you are creating any files using the touch command, what it will do, hyphen a means access time. It will change the access time only. Change or update last access or modification time of the file. Can use file1 dot txt. Now we can check ls hyphen l. It is going to display in the clear format. You can see 545 we have modified. Still it is 545. Even there are few other options. Touch hyphen c and it will change the access time or modification time. Touch hyphen c. What does mean when I see? Check the whether file is created or not. If not created, then don't create it. Touch hyphen c hyphen d. What it will do? You to update access and modification time. Update access and modification time. And one more called touch hyphen m. It will change the modification time only. Image modification created or updated. So initially we are going to use the touch and file names. Not going to use any other thing. So as of now, we can see this in advanced. We'll discuss it later. And one more command called as vi editor. What is meant by vi editor? You want to know that whether vi by default it will give you one editor in the Linux, either a vi or a vim or nano or any other files. And one more command called mv command. We'll discuss later in the next session for the remaining commands. What and all available. Guys, keep note down this. All the commands are important when you are going to work as a Linux, I'm going to use ls hyphen la. What it will do, it is going to display the hidden files also. This is my EC2 instance which is running already, and this is my even. Can simply go to Google, type AWS tutorial Chandrasekhar. You will get all my videos which I have uploaded to the YouTube. Then you can try any one of these. Convert them file to PVFile, Maven introduction, Jenkins, anything you can see. All these are my tutorials. You can use this tutorial and you can check back. If you have any queries, please post yours in the comment section. We'll discuss on that. See, directly it is going to my channel. Even if you see, even if you don't want that, you can simply go to YouTube, just type AWS Chandrasekhar, CKHR. The top list I have given this. This is my tutorial. Please subscribe. And once again, thank you for the subscribers. There are several videos which I have uploaded. Thank you. Thank you guys. That's all for today. And upcoming session, be thoroughly practice these commands which we have discussed today. Thank you.